within the next couple of days. But anywho, we're talking about depression today.
Yes.
Yes.
Something a lot of, especially in the African American community, we do not talk about. Lately, there's been a lot of suicides due to depression.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I remember when, a couple of months back when the Anthony Bourdain, okay, so let me get in the frame. When Anthony Bourdain and Kate Spade, when they both killed themselves via suicide, and it's real, y'all. It's so real because we suffer with it, and I'm saying we because everyone has suffered with a moment or a season of depression at some point. No one in this world can walk around and say, "Oh, I've never been depressed," or "I've never had an episode of depression." But one thing that I was talking to one of my friends about, depression and anxiety, of course, they come hand in hand. However, there's no set symptoms for depression. You know, I can't look at Chris and say she's depressed, and she can't look at me and say she's depressed. There's no set symptoms. We may handle our depression totally different. Yeah. Right? So it's one of the situations where how do we get people to just feel comfortable talking about depression when they're going through depression?
How to come out of that depression. I mean, because sometimes I find talking about it is like, especially whatever it is that can be causing the depression, it's very important that you talk about it. I mean, even if it's not with a family member, you get in contact with a doctor, pastor, a best friend. As long as it's someone that, you know, can kind of relate with you, because I notice like sometimes with depression, you need someone who can relate with you.
Right.
Because if you get someone that, you know, just like, oh, depression, you know, something's just wrong with you, you need medication. No, that's not who you need to talk to.
Right.
It's not also always necessary that you have to be on medication to get out of depression. There's some people who do have a chemical imbalance, you know, where they do have to have medication. Then that's a difference than someone who can just probably be going through at the time and just need someone they can talk to.
And she said a good thing, chemical imbalance. People, I want to break the myth of depression and anxiety, panic, what have you. It is not a mental issue. Like, you're not crazy. You're not, you know, depression and anxiety comes from chemical imbalance. I was talking to one of my good friends, and her uncle, I think he was a good 60 or 70, killed himself from being depressed because he had a vitamin D deficiency, y'all. It had nothing to do with, oh, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, but it's a deficiency of some sort that you're not getting. I suggest, and this is just me, and you know, I research, especially as a vegetarian and / vegan, I research a lot of foods and things of that nature. But I really suggest going to the doctor and seeing if you can get a nutritionalist to see if you can get your vitamin and your nutrients and things up, because that is a big factor. I dealt with a lot of depression myself during the time that I had like a chemical imbalance or a deficiency of some sort. So yeah, you got to go to the doctors.
Doctors.
Yes, you got to go to the doctors. Hi Tracy. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
You guys, please chime in.
Hey, Duane.
Please chime in and talk to us. You know, give us some.
We're talking about depression today, so if you have any questions or anything, or just comment, we'll also. I'm sure that people can read it, but we'll also discuss it.
That's what we're here for. Dope discussions.
Yeah.
And I know for me and Chris here, we grew up in the church. We was church. And at one point in our lives, we were in church, like almost, if it wasn't like a physical building, we was doing something church related all the time. Right. And in that scenario, we forget ourselves in that, especially if you're an armor bearer or you usher, you're over the choir, you're dancing, whatever it is, you know, find some balance. Because I found myself like going to church, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, shouting, running, rolling around the floor, whatever, at that moment. And when I left the same way. I went home and just balled up into a ball. And so, one of the key things to me is like balance, because we get so consumed with something else, we forget about ourselves. I know that I did. You know, I don't know about you, but I know.
Oh, trust me, I definitely did. I mean, and it gets to the point where, you know, even going to church was not enough for me. That was my issue. Like when I was dealing with my depression, going to church wasn't enough. And it's, you know, when you walk in, you shouldn't come out the same. And apparently I, at the time, I was going in, you know, one way and coming back out the same way. And that's when I really noticed that I needed a little bit more help. And it wasn't that my church wasn't doing, because they were praying for me and everything else, but it was, I needed some additional help. Even when I go home, it got to the point my depression got really bad to where I would just be in the dark all the time. Didn't want to be around other people, talking to other people. I couldn't, and I wouldn't. Angry with other people for sometimes no reason, you know, or either what other people have done. That stuff starts to continue to play in your mind, and you know, and a whole lot of your lashing out start to come out. I mean, you start to lash out at people, you know, and they can just say, hey, I don't want to talk to you. Right. You know, like you're just mad with them for no reason. I mean, depression can cause, you know, a lot of other things, especially when you really stop pretending to yourself. And I know I ended up start talking to a therapist. A therapist. Yes. I talk to a therapist.
People, we need to go to a therapist sometime. Yes.
Yes. And I know, look, God is an awesome God. I love God. It's just sometimes.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? No. But it's like, you know, sometimes you do need to talk to someone else. And at the time, I just felt like there was nobody in my church that could understand me. And it's like, it's not that they couldn't. It was just me. That was me, personally. I felt like they could not understand me.
But you know what? And the funny thing about it is, when you in those states of mind, you think people don't understand you, but it's such a common factor among people, period. It's not like a, you know, a rarity that, you know, you're the only one depressed in the whole wide world. No, I'm pretty sure there's somebody that's sitting in the pew next to you at the church house that's going through the same thing. But again, like I said, there's no symptoms for depression. Like sometimes for me, my depression symptoms is I'll get really busy. I'll try to be so busy to distract myself from what I need to overcome and conquer. Hey Keisha, hey Donna, and
right.
And the thing about it, we get so involved in, and for me, I think with depression, it causes like a selfishness, because you think that you're the only one going through it. No one understands
Very
you.
much.
You're crazy. You're whack going out your mind. But honestly, like I said a few minutes ago, it's not. It has nothing to do with your psychological being. It's all chemical. Thank you for your likes. It's all chemical imbalances. It's deficiencies in vitamins and nutrients that we don't get in our food every day. And that's why I suggest talking about it, number one. Number two, make sure you seek a doctor, therapist, nutritionalist. All of that works hand in hand. The body is a being of harmony. And if one thing is out, something else is going to be out. It's going to be, out of balance. So find some balance, because I know with me, like I said, I go through this thing where I got to be busy. This weekend I'm here, that weekend I'm there. I'm cleaning up. And then I get to a place where, like she said, sometimes you just don't even want to answer your phone. You look at the phone like, I'll call it back later. And I've done that. Just completely shut down. Hey, Letitia. And so, for those who just joined, thank you for joining. This is Dope Discussions. I'm Bree.
I'm Chris.
And so, make sure you guys like our page here. We will do these probably once every couple of weeks, Dope Discussions. And we also have a YouTube page where we will be talking about the same thing. We'll be uploading this video. We also have fun videos. We also have challenges and things that we do. We just recorded this dope video for you guys. So y'all go over there and you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
You'll be notified.
So you can be notified when Dope Discussions is in the building.
Yes.
But yeah, so
I always also do the same thing. Actually, I keep myself busy when I know I can catch it, because some people can't catch it.
that's true.
And you have to really know your signs. You have your triggers that will cause you to go into that that slumber to where you don't want to deal with anyone. But notice the triggers. Notice the things that will, like some things that anybody that you're around that will cause you to go backwards.
Yeah.
Like
there are
you have to change you really do. You have to change your surroundings.
The Bible is so true when it says the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, because just like God knows the plans of your life, the enemy knows the plans of your life. And so, yes, those triggers.
Yes.
And you have a scenario where the enemy is so strategic, y'all. He will send somebody your way when your wings are about to spread, like when you finna soar.
When you're about to soar and take off.
And you have to be mindful. That's where discernment comes in too. You have to be mindful of who you let in your circle.
Yes.
Who you let in your team.
Yes.
You have to know the signs that the enemy is busy. Let me tell you, y'all, distractions is real. And you find yourself in a place of depression and like you at the rock bottom, And let me tell you something though, rock bottom ain't as bad as it sounds. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you at rock bottom, it's only you and God at that moment.
Yes.
But when you're depressing, when you're depressed and you're in this depressed state, you have to fight for the face of the Lord. You have to fight. You have to fight. You might not want to do, like, if you just get up and put some eyeliner on, if you get up and put some lipstick on, if you get up and put some eyebrows on, if you get up and just go and drive around and look at houses. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. You have to make yourself get out and, get in the presence of God. You have to fight. You have to fight. You have to fight. Yeah. And so...
no, and you're right, because you have to. Is you're pushing yourself to another level in life. You're coming out of a depression, so you have to push yourself to see things a lot, in the light. Mm-hmm. You have to, like she said, like some women go and cut their hair off. When they're this is a sign of depression. Yeah. Come on, yeah. And sometimes it's a change. Some women cut their hair off for a change, but then some women, if you just go and cut your hair off, and then after you cut it, you're like, oh, I feel light.
Right.
Like, come on now. We know that. But, because I've been there. And as soon as I cut it off and start working on me, I'm going to get some hair.
Y'all,
put it right back on there. Or something. Like, get up, like she said, just go and, find something that you enjoy doing. Even if it's a movie. I'm a movie girl. I love the movies.
Me too.
So I will go and by yourself.
Here's a plug. Y'all go
see
Equalizer 2. Go ahead.
That's a good movie.
Good movie. Seen it twice.
I've seen it on what is it called?
We went to the movies.
We went to the movies, and then I watched it again on Fire Stick.
Fire Stick, yeah.
It's a good movie.
Me and her went. Then last night, me and my mom went. It's a good movie.
All right, sidebar. But yeah,
hey Apple.
But yeah, go back to what we were saying. It's just you really have to make a change.
We do.
And even if it's put on some nice clothes, you know, dress yourself up and just walk out the door, you know, and go somewhere and then come back home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to be around other people to enjoy yourself.
It's been so much of a struggle sometimes. Like, I would have to push.
Letitia, Go. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. I had to push myself to just go to the mailbox, y'all.
Thank you.
Walk to the end of the driveway and go to the mailbox. It's been that bad, y'all.
Yeah.
But, you know, the sun's...
Thank you, Tamia.
Let me tell you how ironic and spiritual this is.
Tamesia. Sorry.
One of the signs of depression, or one of the leading causes to depression, is the deficiency in vitamin D. Y'all, vitamin D comes from the sun. Okay, is one of the best places to get vitamin D. Check this out though. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
If you just go to the mailbox, you might get a little bit of what you need to make it through the next day, and make it through that day, make it through the next minute, that hour. Because I'm telling you, laying in the dark, laying in, you know, like TV off, whatever, you stay to sleep too. Yes.
Yeah.
You want to sleep.
You want to sleep, and
you don't want to deal with what the world.
And I know some people, depression leads them to a different level of suicidal thoughts, and that's a very dangerous zone. Especially, that's, to me, I'm gonna just say, it's the devil's playground, honestly, because he tries to use all type of things, playing your mind. I'm sure when you're laying there, you know, stuff from back when you were 10 may come up in your mind that
you thought you would,
you know, like anything. And I'm like, no, and again, I have been there.
Mm-hmm.
I have been there, and to the point where I'll stick some music in my ear and sleep in the dark with the cover over my head, and I'll be asleep for probably 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was hard for me to get up to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
It was hard for me to try to go to church, me to be around other people. I couldn't do it. I refused to. But
I wouldn't make eye contact with people even when I did go to church.
Crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you crying so much?
Right.
You know, I'm like...
See, a lot of people think when you in worship at church, you're actually in worship. But a lot of times you're crying.
Right, Apple.
Right, drive over to Bay House and go over. But you're not at worship. You're in worry. You're in depression. Yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, she's receiving her breakthrough. No, y'all. No. Sometimes as Christians, let me tell y'all, first of all, as Christians, in the church, we have to build our discernment so we can see when someone's empty next to us, when someone's going through something next to us, because we're forgetting it. And we're going to talk about church stuff, like probably in the next podcast, because we got a lot to say about that, a lot.
But also don't be afraid to talk to someone in church.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes if they're not able to pick up on your spirit, or I feel if God doesn't show them what's going on with you, they may not know, or they won't know actually. So say something to them. Mm-hmm. Like, even if it's like, you know, just grab them like, hey, I need you to pray for me. You know, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, just ask someone to keep praying, but you have to pray for yourself. Mm-hmm. You can't leave you out. You know, you have to pray for yourself. You have to get your mindset and your spirit aligned with each other, mm-hmm. And in order for you to come out of it.
And I'm telling you, talking
medication, honestly, like with some people, and I'm not telling you not to, because some people really do need mm-hmm. medication. But for some people,
it's just a matter of talking and
you
finding what, like she said, your triggers. Finding what triggered you. Find who triggered you.
What caused you to go backwards?
Because those toxic relationships are bad, y'all. They're bad.
Yeah.
They're just what they are.
Sometimes you have to just back up for a little while. Mm-hmm. Just like, you know what? I need a break.
Right.
You know, let me have my moment. Let me have my break. I'm just, you know, walk away, you know, from some situations. And then once you get you together, then go back and talk about what it was that pushed you to that point. Mm-hmm. Because talking is a key factor when it comes to depression. Talk. I can't say it enough. Just talk, talk, talk. We have to, because if you don't, like, especially and again, we talked about the triggers. What did that person say to you that clicked a whole lot of other things in you? What did they say?
Also, another thing is the who's of triggers, and I mean like an actual person. You have to be delivered from that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure all of us had that one or two people that just change your whole atmosphere.
What? Yes, toxic relationships.
Yes.
Man, a husband, a boyfriend, girlfriend, best friends, just those type of relationships you may have to let go for a little while, because they may have, and then you know what, and some things can be from over the years when you may have a friend that call you stupid all the time, or just say you're not smart enough, or certain things, and at the time you think it's funny because they're just a friend, but then as you over time that stuff build up, and then you start like, wait a minute, I feel like this relationship isn't healthy,
right?
Because it's pushing me to a different place that I don't like.
Right. If you're in a relationship too with someone, or a friendship with someone you can't talk to and say, hey, stop calling me stupid, and they don't understand, then you need to let it go. You need to let it go altogether. Because I was thinking about Tiffany Haddish. She talked about her testimony on her interview, and she was saying growing up she thought she was actually stupid. She triggered someone when she said that.
Thank you, love.
She thought that she was stupid because she was a comedian by nature all her life. And so basically people like, girl, you so stupid, girl, you stupid. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, it took a pause.
But
y'all sisters or not?
No, we're not sisters, but we are sisters, if you get that.
Right.
But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, she was saying people saying that she was so stupid so long she didn't try.
It's my best friend. It's my best friend.
Tisha, my best friend too. I got a whole bunch of best friends on here too.
Yes.
Everybody, y'all all best friends. We all best friends, okay?
Yes.
I can talk to y'all. Y'all can
Family.
talk to me, okay? Me and you would always be tired. Okay, so
Family.
Single day and night, even when you start acting like a fool. Y'all, we got the singing Tourette's.
Right.
Yes,
Only one
Donna.
matters.
Yes,
Right.
Donna. That's my baby, honey. Donna, me and you another part. That's my baby right there, honey.
Yes. I'm logging in.
Yes, oh, loving it. Yes, I love it. But yes, but she just grew up not trying. Talking about Tiffany Haddish, going back to that. She grew up not trying to learn and educate herself, so she, didn't excel in school because she thought she was stupid. But at the same time, as a child, I understand, but as adults, growing
Thank you,
up.
Tisha.
Yes, I know all your dirty. She know all my dirty too.
Go stay with her.
But yeah, so
Single, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's the singles, oh my gosh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Look, let me take some water on that, okay?
Y'all, let me tell you something right now though. Let me tell you. Speaking of single, let me go back. In the past years, single was a burden for me. Okay, why I'm not married, why I don't have kids, why I don't have no boo, I don't have no baby, or whatever. But something clicked in me a couple of months back. I don't want none of that right now. I don't want none of that. I need to focus on me.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I just need to focus on me and, and then let God do the rest. And if he sends somebody, that's good. If he don't, I'm good with that. Yes, I love girl. And I'm enjoying being single. Trust and believe.
Now, don't get me wrong, there were times when I'm like, Lord, what did I do wrong? Is this something am I dating the wrong people? Of course I am dating the wrong people. But you have to know. Uh-oh.
I done turned around. Y'all see the house, honey. What happened?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. There we go. All right, let me get the comments back on.
There we go.
All right.
So, like, I'm one, right? It's about growth, but you know, it's huh?
She said, "Trust me, you don't want to marry the wrong person."
That's right, and I definitely don't want to be in divorce court. I'm one that wants to be married once, and that's it.
One time only.
Right, and you know, just settling is not my thing, and you always get that. That also can cause depression. Being single, a lot of women, which will cause you to stop doing what? Taking care of yourself, being appealing and attractive on the inside and out, which is not a good thing. Yeah, this house is clean, Apple. But seriously, like, it will cause that, and you have to get yourself, you know, in a place where you're like, look, I'm very content with being single right now. Is, you know, and when God placed the right one in my life, there's nothing wrong with dating, right. You know, and when that right one comes, you would know.
Yeah.
You would know, because you don't dealt with all the other foolishness and I'm sweating them out the way.
Sure, Apple, I'll do yours. Anything for you, Apple. And she said something too. Oh God, I lost my train. Oh yes, like one thing that single women do. I don't know about single men because I'm not a man, but single women, we get on social media and we scroll and we start comparing ourselves to everybody and everybody's life and all this kind of stuff. Let me tell you one thing, right. The worst thing that you can do to yourself. You have
to be happy with you first.
With you first, exactly. That was
because you don't want to take that damage into marriage, because that's like another new beginning. So you don't want to take that into a relationship nor a marriage. So, and
like she said, be happy with yourself, because when you start comparing yourself to everybody, you're like, ooh, I'm not light enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not tall enough, or whatever. And so you have to love yourself.
Yes.
Please stop getting on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, or whatever else and comparing yourself. No one is real. Right. Come on, Donna.
Makeup.
Right.
Like, ask them to take their makeup off.
Right. Somebody look like they've been hitting the face back of nickels.
What? Take their shaver
off.
And
you got jealous. And you done start comparing yourself to somebody who look like, you know.
Right.
Something crazy.
Right. And again, that comes with being comfortable with who you are. Don't get me wrong. Right. The true catfish. Okay. Look, I've seen people on POF. POF made the catfish show, y'all. Okay. POF, Plenty of Fish, Catfish. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been on there. That's a dating site I've been on. That's a whole nother video.
Whole nother video. We're gonna talk about POF, Match,
Honey Match, Black Love, something.
Dope Discussions. We'll drop it. Go ahead.
We'll put it down below. But it's called Dope Discussions. On YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, and Facebook.
And y'all are all here.
Right. But you really have to love yourself. And this also, if you guys know, we're plus size women. And we had to deal with accepting who we are to start doing these videos.
Trust me.
That and again, that all comes in with depression, because you have to challenge yourself.
You do.
When dealing with depression, it's always you're challenging yourself with different things and challenging yourself to come out of that depression. So you have to find whatever it is, do something new. But big girls, yes. But yes, like you challenge yourself to do something new. Question. Off topic. Okay. What's your question?
Go ahead. We'll try to answer it.
We have a question.
Well, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Oh no, but yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
Plus size, get that stuff.
Yeah, plus size women. Like I know a lot of plus size women are ashamed to be who they are and in their skin and just showing them. They're true them. They feel like they have to be, in order for them to get it.
I ain't fooling with Apple.
Before they get it too. I cannot. But before they get in front of a camera, they have to be a certain size. No, love you. Be you.
I agree. Let me tell you, Apple just bought something up that I worked on years ago while I was in college. Mm-hmm. It's a book that I was writing on. Oh my gosh, my phone is trying to die. Let me hurry up and tell you this before it dies, and we're going to go ahead and end it at this. But I was writing a book, and let me tell you guys, I still to this day stop and start projects. And that has a lot to do with the comparison situation. I tell you, you compare yourself to, Zane or whoever, or all these art authors and spoken word artists and stuff like that. And you tend to stop doing what you're doing because I know, really, you don't tell our age like that. Like seriously,
really?
Seriously, Apple. Like you just really
like
doing
10
the
years
most.
ago.
I'm writing several books. As a matter of fact, I am turning one of my books to a web series. So y'all keep stay tuned.
YouTube, check it out.
I'm trying to find a YouTube page. But if it's dying, I don't so fast. Did it die? Okay. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and is to love yourself.
Love you.
Talk to someone.
Talk.
Don't hate yourself.
Never. I do fear life. Please do. No more fear. We're gonna claim it right now. There's no more fear, because they're gonna also stunt you from growth.
Yeah.
Trying new things, and also a part of your depression.
Yep.
Again, you guys, the phone is about to die. So please share this video with a lot of your friends. Ask them to chime in next time when we do have another video, which will probably be in another couple of days or probably a week or so. And also, we are on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
So, yes, go over to everything, support us.
Yeah,
this is a journey for us.
Okay.
Okay. This is a journey for us as well. So you guys can stay tuned for us with
Love you too, Apple.
I love you, Apple. I
love you all.
Love you. Thank you guys for joining in. Bye.
Peace. Dope discussion.
Peace.